Welcome to the Wholesaling Inc. podcast, America's #1 podcast for new real estate investors. We know that finding discounted properties is the most proven path to financial freedom. And let's face it, we all want financial freedom and security, but so few of us have actually been taught how to build long-term wealth while still earning an income. The truth is, owning rental property is the best, most effective way to increase your income and build legacy wealth fast. I'm David Dodge, and on this show, you'll discover how to take control of your finances and make your money start working for you. I'm here to show you how to build long-term wealth and cash flow while paying less in taxes through owning rental properties. Stop trading your time for money and get off of the transaction treadmill. Let's get started. Today, I'm going to be speaking with a good friend, Chris Craddock. Chris, how are you doing today, bro? You're a host on the show as well. Everybody knows you.
I'm doing well, brother. I'm excited to hang with you, man. It was so funny. I was talking to a couple people that live in your area over the last couple of months. It's so funny. I'm like, yeah, man, my boy David Dodge, him and I flew jets together. We drove tanks together. We shot machine guns together. We've done some fun stuff together, bro. So yeah, no, I'm excited to hang, and I guess this will be a little bit more relaxed than flying a jet, but still.
Yeah, buddy. We have done some really, really cool things, man. And, real estate has provided that to us, which is amazing. Being able to flip houses and wholesale and own rentals and, operate a big brokerage, like all these things, they're just godsends, man. They're just amazing. And I'm so glad that this is the path that I've chosen. And I know you feel the same way. So yeah, man, we've done some cool things, and I know we're going to continue to do cool things.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, I'm excited. So yeah, well, let's jump in, man.
Yeah. So Chris, I'm really happy you're here. I wanted to ask you a couple questions because I know you're doing something a little bit different and a little bit new. So fill us in, man. What have you been up to? I haven't spoke to you in a couple weeks, but I know you're doing some really exciting stuff. So yeah, what's up, man? What have you been working on?
Yeah, so I mean, everybody knows me on this show as the guy like from REI Revive, right? Like we came up with the platform, the program to monetize dead leads. We know that when you are and we're doing something different now, but with REI Revive, we know that if you find people that are willing to sell in the next 6 months, which is what I call like an A seller, right? Like a motivated seller. Somebody's going to sell in the next 6 months. You get 20 people that raise their hand. Maybe 16 of them want retail. 4 of them are willing to sell at a discount. And of the 4, you'll probably lock up 1 at the discount that makes sense for you. So there's 19 deals out there where somebody's making money. It's just not you, right? Like, so we've created REI Revive. It's the model that I built my team off of. It's a model that we really make a lot of money from, where we're basically just straight up teaching people how to monetize those other 19 leads. So with that said, there's some changes in wholesaling that's starting to happen nationwide. And I'm seeing that there's 5 states that are requiring people to be licensed as a real estate agent to wholesale. And I think it's coming across so many other states as well. And so when I saw that, I got together with, Chris Arnold, the owner of Wholesaling Inc. I mean, even Brent Daniels and Lauren Hardy and like all of you guys that are all buds. We're like, let's offer opportunities so our students don't get caught by surprise and be like, hey, you're out of business right now because you have to have a real estate license to wholesale. And so there's this opportunity with EXP where people can come in, and basically the way EXP sets it up is we become business partners. We create this tribe. We create this community of people together that are focused on the agent investor piece. And I'm so committed to it that I've decided to give away my program, REI Revive, for anybody that comes into our platform. So I'm giving it away so that everybody has access, because if I'm a business partner, I want to make sure that you're succeeding. So that's the change. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, that's what I've been up to, bro.
Holy cow. So what do you mean by being a business partner? And can you elaborate a little bit on that? And holy cow, that is really cool, man. You're going to be giving your program away to now this is going to be to people that do what?
This is the people that are that come in if they get a real estate license, which really is one of the things that you look at most big wholesalers, right? Every big wholesaling group is either you see a licensed agent or somebody in the group that's licensed. It's so funny because, I saw on Brent Daniels show and he's like, yeah, I've got a real estate license, right? You, David, you're not licensed, but your business partner is licensed, right? So like you go across the board and Lauren Hardy, she's got a real estate license. Like everybody has it, even when they're not really using it to do real estate deals, they're getting licensed. And so what EXP does, EXP creates this line where essentially you get incentivized to make sure that the people that you bring in have success. So like Keller Williams started this, which is the #1 brokerage in the world.
Are they still #1?
They still are, although they're not growing as fast. EXP is going to have about 100,000 agents. Keller Williams has about 200,000 agents. But EXP went from I think 12,000 to will be at 100,000 within 3 years. Once COVID hit and everybody realized you could do real estate virtually, everybody's like, man, why am I paying a fortune to have brick and mortar when, virtual works? So that was kind of the deal there.
Okay. Yeah. I pulled up a little map online here and it's showing that back into, this is a couple years old here, 2020, but it looks like Keller Williams was the largest and they only had 10% of the market share at that point in time. That's 2 years ago. So yeah, they probably still are the largest, but yeah, EXP is, I've been hearing about EXP and I know that they're growing like crazy. So that's awesome, man. Very, very cool. So people are going to be able to get basically like a commission, or that's probably the wrong word. I mean, how would you define how it works, if you're able to help them build the brokerage?
Yeah. So there's a number of different steps here. There's a number of different options, right? Some people just say, hey, I want to keep the main thing. And then they're able to partner with other real estate agents and send the deal, get a referral fee. By law, you're really not allowed to get referral fees if you're not a licensed agent. There are some things like marketing fees and other things that people do, but you really should be giving it as a referral to licensed agents. So that's one of the things. The other option is, and I've seen this with
well, you know what? It also makes it really easy too. So you say that you're not really allowed to do so, but let's look on the flip side of that. If you are an agent, you are allowed to do that and you can legally get paid 20, 30, some cases 40% for referring a customer to, one of your friends, one of your buddies. Like that's awesome.
Yeah. And here's the thing, if you are a professional in real estate, even if it's as an investor, my guess is, David, you probably have, whenever your buddies are thinking about buying or selling real estate, they probably give you a call and just be like, hey, I'm thinking about getting a place. I'm thinking about moving. What do you think about, they check and get your advice on stuff. And the crazy thing is, if you have a real estate license, you can not only just give advice, but you can say, hey, let me tell you about an agent who's a stud. You really should work with this person, and they will literally give you 25% of the transaction. So just by being somebody that refers people to good agents, right? And I'll tell you, most real estate agents are terrible. They're just really bad. But so you can point your friends and family to great agents. And if there's a $10,000 commission, right? They buy a $300,000 property, it'll be about a $10,000 commission. You'll get $2,500 just by setting them up with somebody that's really, really a great agent. So there's a lot of money to be made just by pointing the people that like and trust to great agents.
Man, I love it. I love it. So you mentioned EXP. How long have you been working with EXP? And yeah, tell us a little bit more about EXP specifically. And also, before you do that, Chris, what are the 5 states that you had mentioned in the very beginning that you need a license? I know that Illinois is one. I think Oklahoma might be another, and there's 3 more.
Yeah, Illinois, Oklahoma, Nebraska just passed their law. South Carolina is in the process of passing a law. And then Michigan has a law that if you do more than 5 wholesale deals, you have to be licensed, but they're not enforcing it right now. But
and how are they defining wholesale deals? And the reason I ask this is, let's say I live in Michigan and I have 20 rental properties and I want to sell 6 of them. Am I not allowed to do that if I'm the owner of those properties? Or is it only for assignments?
If you're the owner, you can do it. It's just assignment. So what they did is like an assignment deal by nature is selling a contract, right? And so what they're doing right now is saying that it's not selling a contract if it's a real estate contract, that now you are selling real estate.
You're essentially sourcing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So essentially you're not moving paper anymore is what they're defining it as. They're saying you're selling real estate, and if you sell that contract, that you are selling real estate without a license, which is a crime. And
got it. If you own it, it's different. But if you are out there wholesaling, like most of the audience on this show, you are going to need to be licensed. And you're absolutely right. You know, my partner's a broker. Brent Daniels is a broker. Lauren's a broker. Most of the big players that I network with, they're either, I'm sorry, agent, not broker. They're either agents, right? Or they partner with one. And, you know, there's so many advantages to being licensed. You know, number one, you had mentioned is being able to refer deals, right? Number two, though, is being able to wholesale. Like this is, I think, such an talked about topic. Like wholesaling is amazing. You know what else is amazing? Getting a deal under contract and listing it on the MLS as owner by contract, right? We can do that here in our market. I know not every market allows that, but it allows you to, you know, get a way bigger reach on that deal. And you can't do that unless you're licensed or you partner with somebody who's licensed. So love it, man. So Chris, tell us about EXP.
But let me tell you one more thing too. So like I got a group that I'm coaching that they're literally coming up on their 1-year anniversary of starting their retail team. So it was 2 husbands and 2 wives partnered together, and I got connected to them. They did the REI program, did well with it. And then, they asked me to do some one-on-one coaching with them. So I said, okay. And so we did the one-on-one coaching, and they're coming up on their 1-year anniversary. And right now they're averaging between 15 and 18 closings a month. Right.
Wow.
So they're going to do about 200 transactions this year. And they're going to make a fortune on this. And they're using all of their wholesale leads to build the retail team. And so that's the other option right there is you have a bunch of choices, right? You can just, refer friends and family, make some passive income, not doing any work except just putting people in touch, which I like to do anyway, man. You come to the DC area and you ask me where like great places are to go for pizza. You ask me for great places to go to hang out. I like to tell people I enjoy it. So, how cool is that, getting paid to tell people where to go?
That's really cool.
And then, if you really want to, you can build out a retail team. There's just so many options, and you can monetize all your dead leads. So those are the cool things there. Now, EXP, the way it works is, essentially, Keller Williams coined the phrase profit share, right? And so basically, if I bring in people that are part of that, I'm incentivized to make sure that they are successful. And when the franchise, the branch that you're a part of is profitable, you'll get a share of that profit. Well, it's not that much money in the profit share model. So EXP, because they don't have to pay for branches and they're a very flat organization. And
so there's no offices for EXP for the most part. I don't think I've seen any.
Yeah, there's no offices. Agents can get their own, organizations can get their own. We have our own office that we get, but
right. But there's no like headquartered, like local office in each market for the most part.
Right. Yeah. Cause it's all virtual. Right.
Got
and
it.
The cool thing about it is like my local Keller Williams office, most of the trainings were done by, great people, but very mid-level people. The cool thing with EXP is like all the trainings every single day that you're a part of, if you're in the right line. And that's one of the big keys, right? Because you choose who you partner with. And with EXP, some people say, oh, I hated EXP. And some people say, oh, I love EXP. It's because it's not like a McDonald's where a Big Mac is a Big Mac, right? It's who you partner with will dictate how big your organization goes, which is why, I said, hey, we're giving away our stuff for free because I want to make sure everybody in our partnership does really well. The guy that brought me in, Lars Hedenborg, has something called Real Estate B School, who I know we're in a mastermind together with Lars, you and me, David. And Lars, his Real Estate B School is probably one of the best retail agent coaching businesses out there. Wow. And I got my idea to do this from Lars, who literally is giving away his $2,800 a month program for free to everybody that joins. It teaches people how to be a good listing agent, a buyer's agent, how to build a marketing department, all these things are given away for free, just so that people have success. Because, so again, as a business owner, there's something called like a flat organization, which means there's not lots of overhead, there's not lots of hierarchy. And in Keller Williams, there's the owner of the market center, there's the office manager, there's a regional guy, there's an assistant regional guy there, or girl or whatever. And all these people get paid all the way up. And EXP just pays the people that are, bringing people in, instead of just paying the office administrators and all the other people that Keller Williams, and please don't hear me wrong, I love Keller Williams. Keller Williams, I like 10 years ago or 15 years ago, when I was in full-time ministry, I was trying to sell my blood for $300 to buy Christmas presents for my family, because I
remember that story.
Yeah, I joined Keller Williams, and it helped make me a multimillionaire in a matter of a couple of years, because like I learned so much there. And so I have nothing bad to say about them. I just believe that EXP is the next iteration in the new.
Yeah, when you bring things to the web and you make things virtual, you're cutting down on a lot of overhead and a lot of cost. And it sounds to me like what's happening is they're passing those savings on to the agents and the brokers and the teams. And, they're really, allowing the agents and the brokers to just keep more of the money that's being made. Is that a correct statement?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So Chris, this is crazy, man. You are giving away your REI Revive course, which by the way is awesome. It's helped me make tons of dead leads and, turn into deals, by sending them over to the brokerage side of our business. So what does somebody have to do to qualify to, get their hands on that? Which, by the way, that is awesome and crazy at the same time, but I love it.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, you just have to reach out. You can reach out to me directly, just on Instagram at CradRock, CradDrock, not my last name. It's a cheesy high school nickname that I probably should change my Instagram handle, but oh well, I've kept it. So you can reach out to me directly, and I'll get you to the right people. That you reach out to the Wholesaling Inc folks, and they'll get you to the right people. But yeah, we'll get you all set up and going, and get it rocking for you. Or chriscraddock.com/exp will get you to a page.
So if somebody reaches out, like let's say that, you have somebody that's listening to this show and they're like, man, this is great, I want to get my hands on this REI Revive. They're going to reach out. Like what happens next? Like,
yeah. So we show you how to move over, or get your
get licensed, essentially, right?
Yeah. Or
okay.
Get licensed,
awesome.
No matter where you are. Okay. And then essentially immediately, as soon as you're licensed and part of the organization, part of the tribe, we'll get you access to the Revive. We'll get you access to Real Estate B School, and we'll get you access to our group coaching as well, so that you can get in and get everything done that you need to get done.
Holy cow, man. You're providing a ton of value, helping people get their license and show them where to go do that. And those that are already licensed, how to move over. They're going to get access to REI Revive. They're going to get access to our buddy Lars's his training as well. So tell us a little bit about that training that Lars is providing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a straight color by numbers, how to build a real estate team. Or if you don't want to build a team, you can cut and paste and learn yourself, like how to work with buyers, how to work with sellers, how to market, how to hire your first assistant, how to hire your a recruiter, so that you can recruit people to your organization without you being the one doing it all. The whole goal behind what Lars does is teach you how to build a business, and not just another job that's another 9 to 5. All of us have too much on our plate, right? We don't need another job. We want a business, something that if we go on vacation, our income doesn't go on vacation, right? So that's the key there.
Man, I think that this is phenomenal, Chris. I'm super excited. And we're gonna have to talk a little bit more off the podcast here about how we can maybe move our team over and start taking advantage of all these resources, and really the opportunity to just keep more of the brokerage funds, more of the commissions that are being made. And then again, one of the main advantages too, guys, of being licensed is, of course, if you're in one of these 5 states, it's going to be a requirement, right? It's not even going to necessarily be an option. But if you're not necessarily super interested in, running appointments to get listings or to show buyers deals and, do the traditional brokerage business, by having a license, you can refer those customers to a friend, right? To a partner and get a kickback. And that kickback's negotiable. Chris mentioned, I think 25%, and I know people that do it for a little less, and I know people that do it for double that at the same time. I mean, I literally have a friend who's making multiple six figures a year, probably 300 grand a year. And all she does is just procure new people that are looking to buy and refers them. It is amazing. So that's another tool to actually stick into all of our belts here, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. And one of the other pieces too is just the other piece with the EXP opportunity. I talked about the partnership. Everybody that comes in also has that same opportunity to partner with people. And I'll tell you the opportunity, it's just so cool. You basically become, the way EXP set it up is you become a brokerage owner with all of the benefits to it. So our friend Lars, right? He brought over in 18 months, he partnered with 41 people. Last month, he made $89,000 with no overhead. This month, he's pacing to do a little bit more. So he's going to do about $1 million with no overhead just by partnering with.
That's net. That's not gross, guys. That is net.
Take home in your pocket.
Oh man,
it's crazy. But I said to him, I was like, Lars, well, you have a coaching business, right? What about like the average Joe that doesn't have like a ton of, and so he introduced me to a friend, AJ Maida, and AJ over 4 years found 150 brand new agents and just said, hey, I'll help you. I'll do everything I can to help you. And this is the nutty thing. Like you hear numbers like this and it's crazy. And anybody that wants to call me on it, let me know and I'll get screenshots. I'll like show the real deal on this because like it sounds like it's just crazy, but it is kind of crazy. But this is how much money the brokerages that are doing it well at scale make. And you just become a brokerage owner without the hassle of being a brokerage owner and all the headache of the scale stuff. So all you have to do is find people to partner with and help them succeed. And, AJ, he brought over 4 years, 150 people, and his number every single month, he's making over $300,000 in fees that EXP is paying him to partner with that many people and help them succeed. So to me, it's a no-brainer. There's just big opportunities here.
Yeah. I mean, people aren't going to stop buying and selling properties, and agents aren't going to go away. I mean, I know I've heard people in the past say, oh, technology is going to phase people out. I disagree. The reason I disagree is because people, they want to be able to have conversations. They want somebody that has experience. They want somebody to have their back and negotiate on their behalf. A lot of people, they don't know how to negotiate. Right. But you bring an agent in who has some experience and they're going to greatly help you, on the transaction and help you win on that transaction. So, man, Chris, all things sound amazing. I love this new journey you're on. I love that you are providing so much value to these, new people that you're going to be partnering with and teaching and training and coaching and mentoring and helping. I think that this is amazing. And there's all types of additional benefits that everybody's going to get. Chris, tell everybody again where they can connect with you if they want to learn more, or maybe they're ready to jump in and just get started and start making some passive income of their own by recruiting some of their friends and family too.
Yeah. So it's chriscraddock.com /EXP, or just go to @CradRock on Instagram, CRADDROCK, and just pop me a DM and I'll get you set up. I'll get you connected, and yeah, we'll rock and roll.
I love it. Guys, do that right away. Check it out. Do not delay. The quicker you get in, the quicker you can be compliant in those states. And there's more and more turning over every single month. And the quicker you can start using that license to wholesale. Again, I think that's a very, very, very great strategy. And then all of us, as well as the ability to just refer these type of leads, right? And then last but not least, to grow the business and get paid in terms of profit sharing
And-
for that. I love it. I think it's
And
amazing.
let me throw this in. I mean, everybody, obviously the course that David's doing, I mean, you get, the more money you have, the more opportunity you have to build wealth, and, all the BRRRR stuff, all the other pieces. I mean, and you don't need cash. That's the cool thing about BRRRR, is you don't need cash to do it. But, as you have more money, I was just on a call with a couple of my buddies that have built pretty successful businesses, and they're literally just buying as much real estate as possible. So it's just one more avenue to continue to build the kingdom, right? Build the all your wealth that you need to build. And, so obviously, all of these pieces just intersect together to really build, what you're working to build.
Man, I love it. Guys, check it out. Email Chris, send him a DM. And do not delay. I think that this is definitely something that we should all jump into now and be prepared, because as the laws are changing, we don't want to get caught with our pants down, pun intended there, right? So definitely check it out. Chris, thanks for coming on and chatting with me today. It's always a pleasure getting to network with you and learn from you, and share value with our audience. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's podcast and found a ton of value in this episode. So guys, thanks for listening. Craddock, always a pleasure. Signing out.